a liquid one out. That's kind of cool. So, I'm sure you are. Good. See? That's more like it. I ain't got time for no smoldering shit. Need a bonfire. Extra? Who's extra? Really? Look, there's two of them. Mm. Something that you can get tips. Also, a GoFundMe or do a Patreon and start doing readings and taking donations for that. I mean, your readings are spot on. Poop also works. Sell your poop. I don't know. People will buy almost anything. I had a friend that sold her used panties and bras and sometimes shoes. I don't know. I've never done a Patreon, but it seems like it's a Etsy of PayPal kind of thing, if that makes any sense. But you can always put like a PayPal button and do that. I know. I'm starting to think maybe I should buy a bunch of cheap underwear and just like sell that too. I mean, shit. Oh, now the conflagration's over. Let's put it where it's protected. Uh, don't need the wind blowing this shit out. Back when Craigslist had personals, there were people that would say they wanted to buy certain things. I don't know if it, like, they allow that in the sales section. They might flag those. She could have made money through the Craigslist personals way back when. There you go. Sugar, Patricia's one of the med techs and people I work with, but she was in an accident recently. Busted herself up pretty good. We were worried about her. Everyone at work's been asking about her, like, what happened to her? Oh my god. And then they saw the picture in the paper. And they're like, oh, what happened? And the paper was pink for the breast cancer awareness month thing. And kind of looked funny to have the picture like that. But yeah, everyone at work's like, oh my god, where'd she go? You go, sugar. Get that money. Shit, tomorrow night maybe I could do a money ritual for both of us. Add on to this one. Different herbs though, so. I just saw 11:11 on my timestamp at 11:22. What's that song? I'm in the money. Product placement. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Welcome back, people. Took a little hiatus to talk to a friend of mine. Ah. I don't know why it's black again. Hi, Steve. Sorry, I didn't realize I had filters on the chat. Of course there's interference, but it doesn't mean it's not working. The Wi-Fi is not working, so I don't know how the hell I'm like doing a live video at all. Let me see if I can get the Wi-Fi to connect. Ooh, I hear a critter in the weeds. I kept trying to connect it, like, can't connect to Wi-Fi, even though it was showing up, and now it's not even showing up. It will, though. I finally got information on the, oh, this isn't the narcissist stuff. That one went out already, finally, like right after I lit the other one. It was blown out by the wind, so I was like, okay, it's done. But, new moon dark. No primary, it's because I'm in like a Bermuda Triangle for the Wi-Fi. I don't understand it because I'm like literally inches the router. And I mean, there's just like a window. This is what Queen was asking for, courage and strength, which also applies to others, so. Yeah, it still says can't connect. I'm gonna have to, like, forget the network. Forget this network. And I don't know. Definitely interference, but interfering with the Wi-Fi is really nothing. It's not gonna affect anything. Yeah, still won't let me join it. Oh well. I don't need music. Exactly, that's how it works. But I was talking to Tammy about him. Apparently my grandmother's watching, like, that's, I don't know. My dad isn't, so I guess he's not worried that he's, hanging around here. But, yeah, he's multitasking, sitting there getting stoned, reading, and watching this at the same time. Must be nice to, like, legit be able to multitask. There are some benefits to being a multiple. At least if you're co-conscious, but... Yeah, he finally told me. He was like, it didn't go well. Everyone's fighting about different stuff amongst each other. And it's not even about what he brought up the other time that some were, like, concerned about. But he says it's just the retrograde energy passing over everything. And, like, his moon sign's first, like, so, yeah, it's crossing over that part, I guess. I think it goes moon, sun, whatever. So yeah, like, all the emotional wounds are coming right back up. And, they're all fighting about everything because they all think they've got the hardest job, dealing with certain specific traumas. Which, they're all important. It's just, he just kind of sat there like, I can't even referee this shit. And his therapist was like, wow. Like, she couldn't keep up, so. I do not envy that part. Like, just imagine being, like, a conference call where everyone's talking at once. I'd be like, hang up the damn phone. So, I don't know. He doesn't seem discouraged, though. He's just like, it's whatever. They're just fighting about everything. Let them work it out. I'm just gonna sit up here and keep driving the damn boat. Well, yeah, except for you can't do that without killing the body, too. That's what the one that always thinks about that doesn't realize. Like, try to kill your own personality off, you're also killing the bodies. And it's like, sometimes they don't care that that's what it would mean. No, he's just kind of sitting there trying to relax. And Tammy was like, oh, there's one that's jealous. Like, insanely jealous. I'm like, well, okay. Like, 20-year-old female. I'm like, that's not Destiny, I don't think, because I don't know how old she is. I don't think she even has an age. But, like, she's cool with me now. Yeah, I know. Smoke another one. But no, we figured it's the mother figure one because she's probably jealous. She does not actually have her own female body. She's just symbolic. So, of course, she'd be jealous of that issue, you know? And she doesn't want the one she's protecting to have to face any trauma as a result of anything. Like, she wants that one to have to like, stay innocent to everything. But that, I mean, eventually, they all have to come to terms with everything that happened. And most of them are, like, on board with sharing memories back and forth and everything, except for right now, they're just like, well, I'm more important. No, I am. It's like, whatever, y'all want to fight over that. So, at least he's not discouraged about it. He's just like, I'll let him work it out. Not going to stress over it. Just step back and do my thing and let everything else subconsciously resolve. So if he's not worried, I'm not worried. I mean, a couple more weeks is probably going to make a huge difference to, depending on everything switching around. Like, I think that puts Venus in his 5th house. I think I remember reading something about Venus in the father's house at the time of conception or something. Even if it's retrograde still. But she seems to think that, the stuff that I sent her, like the screenshots of the conversation with the medium. And she's like, I think what he's trying to say is you both have to be determined to making it work and not let anything else affect it, but not be, like, focused on the wrong stuff. Like, it may not be as easy as you think it would be. Like, so, like, it's not just going to be magically okay once we're together physically. Obviously not. At one point I did think that before I realized, the depth of the issues. And now I'm sure it's going to get harder. Like, maybe at first it's going to be like, okay, cool, No, but relatively speaking, like, I'm sure first few days might be okay, and then they're going to start coming out and having their say, and that's fine. Yeah, I think as long as we just, you know, remind each other and ourselves that it's about healing each other, not, it's got to be, we're on the same team, all of us. And all these terrible relationships and friendships and stuff that I've had to deal with, and difficult jobs, are just conditioning me to stick with something really, really difficult and have the patience and the fortitude to work through it. You know, staying in all these bad situations way past when I should have left, was good training for, sticking with something that's really fucking difficult. Even though, how many times have I been like, you know what, fuck this, I'm done. Just like the things twins say video. No, fuck this twin thing. No, like, even before the whole twin thing was brought up, like, no, you know what, I'm being fucked with. Fuck this. Fuck them. I went through that so many times, and then he'd be like, yeah, so are we still not talking, or are we okay now? Basically. And I'd be like, oh, I missed you. Yeah, oh, God. Yeah. It's not gonna be long, though. Like, now that I have more concrete frame, relax. Yeah, the false ones are like karmic connections with like even worse than that. Like, at least karmic connections have some positive shit. It's like the false twins are everything that's wrong. Like, you get triggered, but you don't get like any closure or healing out of it. Like, all you do is like get upset and it's never resolved. Yeah. I can still have a lot of the like weird metaphysical stuff too, but yeah. That's the difference. It's like, yeah, it keeps being yet another we didn't, you know, resolve, and then something else will come up, and then something else. But, at this point, it's like, look, we've already been through so much, it's not going to be that much longer to try to, get to a point of stability. And I'm sure it'll go through the whole, like, honeymoon thing, and so help me God, if he fucking tries ghosting on me, I'll track his ass down. All son's kind of cranky. I wouldn't take it personally. But he's kind of, I don't know. Not too. The Stan Stiller. It cracks me up. But yeah, he's kind of to the point where he is saying, look, I'm in charge. Y'all can sit down and shut the fuck up. I'm driving the bus. So, didn't you watch that video, Shit Twins Say? With the runner chaser, and then, like, there was a couple on there, and then the couple that did the video saying, "I'm the Stan Stiller." And then, go watch that, like, when you have a chance. It's funny. It's like, no, it's not always runner and chaser. Sometimes it's a runner and the one that just kind of sits there waiting for them to come back. Well, I mean, you don't have to chase. You can sit there and wait patiently, or not so patiently, which is pretty much what I've done. I mean, yeah, I've done a little bit of chasing with, like, trying to figure shit out and, like, looking for help and dealing with this shit before I understood everything. But no, I've kind of been like, okay. Like, bitch, I ain't chasing you. Ugh. Yeah, see, that's pretty much. I think that's what they were trying to say. Like, the runner chaser thing is really more like one's running, one like sits still, and then there's like one that'll chase and still. Like, you can both be standing still, you can both be running, you can have one chasing and one standing still, one running. I mean, come on. It's not just like cut and dry. But yeah, I think running's definitely over here. I mean, just because a couple of them have issues with stuff, they're not going to be able to shut everything down. He's to the point where he can control them switching for the most part, unless there's an external trigger. The internal triggers he's a lot easier dealing with. Like, it's the external ones. But he's kind of like, nope, not today, bitch. Can we not do this? Like, I got shit to do, you sit down and shut up. Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's kind of honeymoon phase right there. But, yeah, we'll be hitting that, So, it may or may not be when I'm training for medtech. Like, actually training for medtech. But, it should be after I take the classes and take the test, Yeah. I'm not worried. At least I know what to expect and just kind of, you know, just some other things have to be rearranged and whatever. It's not a big deal. Everything will work out when it's supposed to. Yeah. Yeah, I think that facilitates pretty much every other change. But you'll figure it out. I'm still sitting here, like, waiting for critters to show up. I keep hearing somebody, like, going through the weeds. I think it's the possum or the cat. That's funny, though. Like, right after you even brought anything out, the gray and white cat was, like, wandering around, kind of looking for stuff, which is kind of funny because that one's, like, really shy. So, it doesn't take long for them to warm up to me. Like, okay, human, where's the food? Yeah. So you gotta have reviews on Patreon, huh? I kind of figured it was like PayPal for Etsy type stuff. Like, you know. I should put one up too. I gotta know. You should probably do a GoFundMe. Or like do a Craigslist ad. Like, does anyone have a free car? I've seen people get one. Oh, I definitely will review. But yeah, I could try posting a Craigslist ad, it's a little white lie, be like, I need to get away from my narcissistic abusive ex, and I need a car to do that, and use him as an excuse that you need one. Yeah. No, like, go on Craigslist and post an ad saying you need one to get away from him, even though you're already away from him. Like, say you fear for your life still because you're in the same state and you need to get, like, to family elsewhere and they can't help you because they're broke. So, I mean, you never know. People do help people on Craigslist. I mean, you're going to get a bunch of people saying, stop looking for handouts, but there's a lot of compassionate people that will at least try to help you out. Like, who knows? You could always hitchhike. Make friends with a trucker. Yeah, I might try to see if I can do something here. Or what I might do, I doubt he would see you as one. I honestly doubt it. Like, I think if you pulled resources, you'd be better off. But what I think I might do here, since I'm now in the same state as her, she could co-sign on a car loan. That was the only thing that was a problem down there because of my bad credit. They said, if you got a co-signer, we could approve you today. I'm like, well, the only person who would co-sign, either I had people that would be willing, but they couldn't do it, or the people who could have done it financially weren't willing to. So now that I'm up here, she could co-sign, and I could get one. So I'm going to look into that. Oh, I know, but you both, have struggled. If you take the attitude that you pull resources, like if you are able to find a job out there and it's just an issue of getting out there and you're already starting out, okay, I've got a job, it's just a matter of like needing a place to stay for 2 weeks until you have some money saved. Well, it's 2 weeks, whatever, until you have money saved up. Yeah, but someone who truly loves you is not gonna like judge you for being in a difficult spot. I was joking with him. I'm like, you better not knock me up and then like ghost me and just dump like a fun chunk in my bank account and then call it quits because I'll still kick your ass. And he's like, why would I do that? Like, just saying. Like, yeah, okay, at least there'd be the financial security, but no. No, he would never do that. Right, I'm saying if you guys could pull your resources, if you both had jobs and could afford a place together, although that would be kind of jumping in with both feet, but hey, stranger things have worked. Yeah. That's irrelevant. Eh. Don't dismiss things just because it's unconventional. Because conventional does not work for us. The more we try to do things conventionally, the less they work. I think if nobody else comes on to watch on the video itself, I'm not talking about the spirits of people watching. I mean, once you leave, if nobody else is on, I'll probably snuff it and go to bed. We're getting runny. What are you, badly cooked eggs? Like that chocolate icing on these, like, stale-ass donuts. I'm pretty sure the donuts themselves are, like, rock hard, and then the icing is drippy. There, see? You could approach it as being roommates, like, have separate rooms, and then the kids have separate rooms. Or, like, share a room, but, like, split it off. I don't know. How close are they in age? You'd be surprised. Like, a 3-bedroom trailer is really not that expensive. You mean a job that doesn't involve flooring? Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? You gonna be storm chasers or something? See you motherfuckers on the news. Like, this crazy couple is chasing this tornado. Oh, I know those fuckers. Can see you doing that. I actually have a high school friend that lives in Indiana. Like, right where the border is, where part of the state does daylight savings time, part of it doesn't, or something. I don't know. Like, where she goes to work is a different time zone. A year apart. Yeah, they could totally share a room. So you could have, like, you could say, hey, we could look for a 3-bedroom and have the kids share a room, and then we each have our own room, and then when you guys feel comfortable sharing a room, turn into, like, the gaming room or something. Although it'd probably just be the gaming room from the get-go. Holy shit, there's a cold front coming in. Who's Rosie? Oh. I've never heard you call her Rosie. Like, that's weird. You know what? I was thinking, that's the name of my coworker's raccoon. She called her Rosie. So I was like, wait, what? uh, I want my raccoons to show up tonight so I can feed them a pizza crust by hand. I think they just, like, reach out and grab it, be like, thank you. Because, I mean, they came when they were called. That was so fucking cute. I should just, like, start yelling, come here. I wonder if it would work. So I start yelling, come here, coons. Wouldn't that be hilarious if they came running? I'd be like, oh my god. My mother's like, oh my god, don't do that. I'm like, they'd be fine. Like one big long piece of pizza crust, they're not gonna bite my hand off. Not when they already trust me. They're too fat to fit through that gap, I think. Oh, I know. Yeah, I think that's been a major thing, I think, with him because I had that premonition years ago. And my mentor just kind of grinned, like she knows. Yeah, he said that too. I'm like, dude, what? Why? And then he's like, yeah, that want to be a husband and father. I'm like, but you don't have like a normal role model for that. How can you want something that you don't really know what it's like? I don't know. It's just weird. I don't doubt that he'll be great. It's just, you know, it's a strange kind of role model. Like his dad's not a complete piece of shit. He really isn't. I just think he's under mom's thumb way too much. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? No, I definitely done, like, after just one more time, that's it. Go through it one more time. Hopefully. I mean, I'm almost 40, so I doubt it would be much longer, for a possibility. I'm already at the age where twins are, like, more likely anyways, so. Ah, that'd be funny if we both did. But shit, years ago we already picked out names. I'm like, what the fuck? Like before I understood, like, his issues. He's sitting there grinning like a fucking idiot. He's stoned. Can you not? Oh, let's not catch the fucking tablecloth on fire. It's not even a tablecloth. It's a satin pillowcase because I have extras. This one's covered in, like, wax and stuff. Yeah. She's like, nope. Yeah, I mean, they're like in a holding pattern in the spirit world already. Which is kind of strange because, like, I heard something about some connection with my grandmother. So, like, I don't know if she's reincarnating as one of them. That would be kind of cool, but. Like, if the medium stops being able to connect with her. Yeah, like, I kind of got that feeling. Like, that would be kind of weird, but I want to do her birth chart if I can figure that. And, that'd be weird if it was both my dad and my grandma, though. I'd be thoroughly freaked out. That'd be a weird dynamic. Yeah, I should do their birth charts and, like, check that stuff out and then see what the charts look like around, July 4th. I mean, I can switch back over. If you, like, go to a different app, it kind of just pauses the stream, I think. And then it picks up after you go back. Yeah, write it out first. Write it out, revise it. You need action. No, I'm saying you need to, like, write out what your page is gonna say. Yeah. That's just redirecting your energy. Okay. You worry about the messages to him looking perfect. Sometimes the universe does give you a fuck you. Where are my critters tonight? Oh my god. It's a nice night out. It's funny, like, the raccoons came out, like, in between storms the other night. Like, scurried around, stuffing their faces, and then went back before it got really bad. Okie dokie.